Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will explain to you how to set up the Work Folders service, which is Microsoft's local file synchronization service. I will also explain to you, step by step, how to configure the server, the security elements that must be set up, and how to create synchronization shares. In short, this service creates sync shares on your file server, allowing users to keep a copy of their work files synchronized between their devices and the company's file server. Users get offline access and automatic synchronization without storing files in a public cloud. This way, they continue to have offline copies of their files synchronized when they reconnect. And to begin setting up work folders, the first thing we need to do is install the work folders role on your Windows server. This role is part of the File and Storage Services section. Open the Server Manager dashboard. Then click Add Roles and Features. A wizard will open on the Before You Begin page. Click the Next button to continue. Select the role-based or feature-based installation option and click Next. Here you'll see a list of servers. Select the server on which you want to install the working folders. This is usually the same server you're working on, so click Next. Here, select the role. Scroll down and expand File and Storage Services. Then expand File and ICSI Services. At the bottom of this list, you'll find Work Folders. Select it, and a pop-up window will appear asking if you want to add the required features. Click Add Features, then click Next. On the Features page, you don't need to select anything here. Click Next. Review your selections and make sure Work Folders is listed. Then click Install to begin the installation. The installation will take a few minutes. You can monitor the progress in the wizard window. Once complete, you'll see a message stating that the installation was successful. Now, before Work Folders can synchronize files between the server and client computers, the Windows Sync Share service must be running. This service is the primary driver of Work Folders. It handles every synchronization request between users' computers and the synchronization shares stored on your server. If this service is stopped, Work Folders will not work at all. And to start this service, click the Tools menu in the upper right corner of Server Manager, and from the drop-down menu, click Services. After Windows Services Manager window opens, scroll down until you find the Windows Sync Shared Service. You can sort the services alphabetically for quick access. This service is stopped by default. You can verify this by looking at the status column. It will be empty if the service is not running. Select the service, and from the left side, click the Start button. After a few seconds, the status column will change to running. This ensures that the service starts automatically every time the server starts, so you don't have to restart it manually after a reboot. Then close Services window. Okay, and I will create a new sync share. From the Server Manager page, click on File and Storage Services in the left navigation bar, and in the middle pane, choose or select Working Folders. This is where we create the folder that will contain each user's synced files. On the right side of the panel, click Tasks, and from the Tasks menu, select New Sync Share. New Sync Share wizard will open. On the Before You Begin page, click the Next button. The wizard will ask you to select a server. Make sure you select the correct server if there is more than one. Then, select the folder, or you can create a new one. Click the Browse button and specify the path you want. For example, I'll name the folder Work Folder Test. Then, click the Next button. The wizard will ask you how you want to structure the user folders. Select the User Alias at Domain option and click Next. Here the wizard will ask for an easy-to-use name for this sync share. This is the name that appears in Server Manager and helps you identify the share. I'll leave it the same, but you can add a description for the folder and click Next. In this step, select and add who can synchronize, as it allows you to add users or groups. Click on the Add button. I will add the Domain Users group. After adding, click on Next. Here, in the PC Security Policy, you can specify how strict your server is regarding which devices are synced. This policy helps you balance convenience and security, depending on whether you want to allow any device or only trusted and protected devices. We have work folder encryption. This option enables encryption on all synced files stored locally on the user's device. Even if the laptop is stolen or the user's drive is accessed, the work folder files remain protected and unreadable by anyone else. We have require password protection on computers and devices. When this option is selected, Work Folders verifies that the client device has a password-protected account. If a user attempts to sync from a device that doesn't have a password or PIN, the sync will fail until they set one. This helps ensure that no one can access company files from a computer without basic login protection. Enable the policy you see fit for your business and click Next. After reviewing everything, click the Create button, and the wizard will create the share and apply the configuration. Then click Close when finished. With this step, the shared synchronized folder is created. After that, I will open the client computer to set up this folder on the computer and run it. You must follow these steps on every computer you want to use and synchronize the work folders. First, open the registry editor as administrator. Then from the left side, navigate to the key that appears on the screen. I'll leave it for you in the video description. Now, right-click on Current Version and create a new key named Work Folders. Then, right-click on the Work Folders key, select New, and create a DWORD 32-bit value. Name it Allow Unsecure Connection, with no spaces and all capital letters, as shown on the screen. Then, double-click Allow Unsecure Connection and set the value to 1. Click OK. Before closing the registry editor, it's important to understand why we made some of the registry changes. Work folders are designed to use HTTPS to protect files and credentials during transmission. Enabling the Allow Unsecure Connection option forces clients to not accept HTTP, which could expose sensitive files and user credentials to anyone monitoring the network. Only use this option in a trusted test lab or highly controlled environment. Now open the control panel, and from there, click Work Folders to set up and install work folders. Click Set up Work Folders to share the sync you created on the server. Then click Enter a work folder URL instead to skip this step. Now enter the URL using HTTP and your domain name. Then click Next. Since you allowed insecure connections in the registry, the client will accept HTTP. This is usually HTTPS and requires a valid SSL certificate. The URL directs the client to the work folder's endpoint on the server. Therefore, it will bypass this and work in the local folder location. A wizard displays the current default local folder location. You can change the local folder path here, but I'll keep the default location. Keeping the default path is suitable for most users. Choose a different path only if you need to store files on another drive. The Enable On-Demand File Access on this PC option is enabled by default. This means that the client displays files and folders in the Working Folders folder, but doesn't download the entire contents of each file until the user opens it. Instead, a placeholder or cursor appears on demand. This saves local disk space because only files opened by the user are downloaded. Other files remain visible, but don't occupy much or no local storage space. When the user opens a file, the client downloads it from the server and keeps it synchronized. This is particularly useful for users with many files or limited local storage space. Click Next. Here, accept the security policy so that this computer meets the server's requirements. Select the I agree to this policy on my computer option. Click on the Set up Work Folders button, and the client will start syncing the work folders. Wait for it to finish. It may take a few seconds, and you will see that the work folders have been synced with this computer. Once you click on the Close button, the local work folders folder will open automatically. Close all windows. The work folder is now enabled and the initial sync will begin. Then open this PC or File Explorer. In the left pane, you'll see your work folders. Open them. Work folders adds a handy link in File Explorer so users can quickly find the synced folder. Inside the work folders folder, create a test file or folder. Wait a few seconds. Look at the icon next to the file or folder. It should indicate the sync status. For example, a green check mark or sync status. Next, I will check the sync on the server. Back to the server, go to On the server, go to the root of the sync share. You will see sync share state and the user folder, which contains the synced files. The sync share state folder holds the internal metadata for the working folders. The user folder is where the synced documents are located. Working folders automatically create this folder when the user logs in and starts syncing. That's all for today's video. With these steps, you can rely on the Work Folders feature to sync data and files, even when you're offline. If you like this video, click like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell button to receive all the updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.